Would you ask Dave to start talking right now? Yes, yes, I can hear you. Just now, mine was working. It was because it was the headphone jack that we were using. We just switched out headphone jacks. Do you want to continue mic check? Yes, continue mic check. All right. I'm here at the Peoria Civic Center Carter Arena with Amanda Rockhold, the captain of the cheer squad, and Maddie White, the president of the Red Sea. So, Maddie, what exactly is the Red Sea, and what can we expect out of the Red Sea this season? Good? Okay, cool. You look so cute. Oh my goodness. I can't see my black eye.
Okay, so Dave just told me that. Yeah, that's alright. So
Are you the president of the Red Sea?
you're gonna be introduced
What's
to people once, right? So he just said basically like have instead of
Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Anthony Landau.
And I'm Imani Shamsuddin. Let's take a look at the news. Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and it's important to remember that not all families in America will be able to celebrate the holiday as many traditionally do. But one student organization is doing their part to help children living below the poverty line stay well fed, especially this holiday season.
The Kappa Omicron Nu Honor Society for the Human Sciences is a national honor society that specializes in helping college students who major in human sciences. Earlier this week, the Bradley chapter of Kappa Omicron Nu held an event where volunteers put together snack packs full of nutritious food to give to children across Peoria. To learn more about the event, I talked to Abby Brunstead, the publicist for Kappa Omicron Nu.
Tonight we're packaging gift bags for local elementary school students who don't have healthy options or snacks over the weekends that are part of the poverty level of.
About 70 to 80% of children who qualify for free or reduced lunches live below the poverty line. And if you're living in that kind of condition, eating healthy can be a real challenge.
Most of Peoria students that are qualified for the free and reduced lunch are part of that poverty level, so we want to have them have a snack over the weekend when they might not have food in their cupboard, but let alone, cheaper foods that aren't as healthy. We're providing them with more healthy snacks such as Slim Jim, Clementine, granola bars, and a juice pack as well.
Volunteers at the event created hundreds of bags to send out across Peoria. But even if you missed the event, Abby told me that there's still ways you can help Kappa Omicron Nu.
Yeah, so we do have other meetings throughout the semester. All our FCS majors are welcome to attend, and we'll have different events that may entail all Bradley students, so we'll keep you posted on what's happening this year.
For BUTV News, I'm Thomas Pickering.
As I'm sure we all know, college isn't cheap, and unfortunately a lot of people struggle with finding assistance after high school. But one Bradley Brave is here to help. We spoke with senior Kaylin Bates about her drive to find scholarships and the best tips for students who apply.
You may know her as Kaylin Bates, but to her friends and family, she's the scholarship queen. Bates' history with scholarships dates back to her junior year of high school when her family took a huge financial blow.
You can tell them your ethnicity. My mom lost her job, so she got laid off from the city of Chicago, and so it was kind of hard for me to even stay in Catholic school at that point. So I was getting scholarships to stay in high school.
When it was time for college, Bates knew she would need help covering tuition. This fueled her drive to keep applying for assistance.
I did over 80 scholarships between my junior and senior year and won 11. I had more scholarships than the valedictorian.
Now when most get into college, they no longer even think about scholarships, but not Bates. She's always looking for financial aid opportunities. To her, it's better to be safe than sorry.
The scholarships that you see aren't just for seniors in high school. There are some that go on into college. I literally was on Google typing scholarships for women, scholarships for STEM majors, and that's how I found scholarships. So it's about being proactive, not reactive.
And despite what people may think, you don't have to have the best GPA in the world to find scholarships. According to Bates, it's all about finding your niche.
There's scholarships where literally they want you to draw. There's scholarships where they want you to make videos. If you can do those things and those are your strong suits, why not gear towards your strong suits? If every paper you want to write about is about basketball, find you some scholarships where you can write about basketball for every single one, and you'll be excited to write about it. And that's how you win. If you're excited to write about it, they're excited to read it.
Now, Kaylin Bates just wants to help others who might need financial assistance. She hosts workshops in Chicago focused on scholarships, financial aid, and essay writing.
I teach other people how to do the methods that I do. I want other people to be able to take my tools and just go get scholarships. One girl on Bradley's campus, her name is Nyla. I actually helped her, and she won 9 scholarships in 10 months.
Bates advises all Bradley students to utilize the free writing center with help on essays, and she says you can always reach out to her when you see her on campus. For BUTV News, I'm Taylor Musgrove.
This past week, the Bradley Fellows hosted 4 community leaders in a panel discussion to talk about their roles as leaders. Take a look.
Last Thursday, the Bradley Fellows hosted their annual Through the Lens of Leaders event in the Peplo Pavilion. The event began with letting students ponder on their personal leadership experiences and skills, then featured 4 panelists from the Peoria area. Every year, the Bradley Fellows look forward to planning this event for students.
We bring 4 to 5 leaders from the Peoria community who work in different areas of, like different career areas, and have had a lot of leadership experience in those career areas to come speak to Bradley students about their experience as leaders and share their knowledge with Bradley students.
The panelists included Carl Cannon, a member of the Board of Trustees from ICC, Kim Thomas, a teacher at Peoria County Alternative School, Monica Henderson, a public health administrator for the Peoria County Public Health Department, and lastly, Beth Jensen, an attorney and current councilwoman in Peoria. Ryan didn't have to seek very far to fill the panelists' seats.
A lot of them have been featured in the Peoria Journal Star and Peoria Magazine, and so I read about them there.
For BUTV News, I'm Krista Broom.
Last night, the Dingledine Music Center was packed with proud parents and relatives supporting their young musical prodigies. The Bradley Symphonic Winds played an opening performance for the 13th annual Freshman and Sophomore High School Honor Band. Over 150 students from 30 different Central Illinois high schools are nominated for the Honor Band, but only the top 90 instrumental students got to show off their musical talent. Students were chosen based on his or her past musical accomplishments and director nominations. Both the Bradley Symphonic Winds and the High School Honor Band were conducted by Dr. David Vroman.
Author and designer Kelly Anderson visited Bradley last Thursday to talk with some students about design and the art industry. Here's Nelson Gutierrez with the story.
Yeah. Mood lighting.
Bradley students were visited last Thursday by a creative mind in the design field. With the Horowitz Auditorium being packed with an attentive audience, she spoke about the ins and outs of our industry and creativity.
My name is Kelly Anderson, and I work out of my home studio in Brooklyn, New York. I was the first Adobe creative resident, and now I split my time really between doing freelance projects, working on my own projects, and then also teaching. As a designer, I think we're naturally tempted to be control freaks and want to control every aspect of the experience from start to end. But, I'm trying to make interactive experiences where by using them, the user really unlocks the magic of them. And that perhaps I was smarter when my hand and my mind were working together.
With a practical take on the design industry as a whole, Anderson also talked with students about the philosophical nature of the profession. With artistry's capability of affecting many people's lives, she spoke to the aspiring students about the implicit why that makes it important.
I think we all expect high-tech, high-production projects to wow us, but you don't really come to a puddle expecting it to wow you. And so I think that in these spaces where people expect nothing, there's a lot of opportunity to create these really surreal experiences that get people to question the fundamentals of their reality.
Nelson Gutierrez, BUTV News.
Have you ever wanted to learn Spanish without having to take a formal class? Well, we've got just the place for you. Mesa Hispanica is a Spanish conversational event thrown by Spanish professors several times throughout the month. Reporter Taylor Musgrove sat down with Dr. Barajas to learn more.
Mucha gente. Hoy, ¿cómo están?
Hola.
Hola.
A few years back, a group of Spanish professors decided to form Mesa Hispanica, a Spanish conversation hour table that occurs several times throughout the month. Spanish professor Dr. Barajas says this is the best practice for students.
The students feel, I think, a little bit more relaxed than in the classroom, so they can feel free to practice their Spanish and make mistakes and fix their mistakes all in one.
Students from all levels of Spanish classes attend this event and talk about a variety of topics.
The students can talk to each other, or we talk as a group, but we talk about whatever. So what did you do last weekend? What plans do you have for break? all kinds of different topics.
Most use this as an opportunity to mingle with fellow classmates and give or take helpful advice.
And so they can hear from other people, you know, other students, like, oh, I'm going to take composition next semester. How is that class? Or things like that. So that's really good too.
And you don't have to be in Spanish to attend this event. All majors are welcomed.
You could be somebody who spoke Spanish at home growing up and want to just find some people to speak Spanish with, or somebody who just has an interest in language but hasn't had a chance to take a class yet. So anybody can come.
Dr. Barajas believes this event is always a perfect way for students to broaden their horizons.
You can also meet other students who are interested in things that you are interested in, like taking a language or learning about other cultures, traveling. And I think it's good, of course, that we show our diversity on campus as well.
For more information on Mesa Hispanica, visit Bradley's World Language page or check Hilltop Happenings. For BUTV News, I'm Taylor Musgrove.
If you happened to be in Bradley Hall earlier this week, you may have noticed a table full of books on the second floor. And no, it's not a lost and found. All these books were on sale to support a good cause.
Earlier this week, the Bradley English Department's Honor Society, Sigma Tau Delta, held its annual book sale in Bradley Hall. The sale had both paperback and hardcover books, with paperbacks going for $2 and hardcovers going for $4. Most of the books were used, but there were some unopened Norton Anthology volumes available as well. To learn more about the book sale, we talked with Brooke Angerman, the president of Sigma Tau Delta.
This year we've gotten a lot of good donations from professors. We have textbooks, classics, plays, fiction, nonfiction. We really have a wide mix.
Now, there's a large variety of books on sale today, everything from Shakespeare to Steinbeck. But this event is about more than just the love of reading. It's supporting a good cause.
Typically in previous years, proceeds have gone to both charities and then also back into Sigma Tau Delta's funds. But this year specifically, the board wants to take most of the funds for a commemoration for Dr. Brilde Ramirez.
This year, the sale seems to have been a massive success. Brooke later told me that by the end of the first day, they had made more than the entire 3-day sale made last year. This demonstrates not only that the cliche of millennials spending all their time on their phones instead of reading isn't always true, but also that a great cause will always find support. For BUTV News, I'm Thomas Pickering.
What a touching story. And if you are on the hunt for a good new read, Around Town returns this week with a look at lit on fire used books right here in Peoria.
Hi everybody, it's Tirza Sprigala here, and for today's Around the Town segment, we're here at Lit on Fire Used Books. There are literally thousands of books here. Let's see if we can read them all. Located just east of the hilltop down West Main, Lit on Fire Used Books sits sandwiched in the cozy space between Quantum, Health, and Costume Trunk. Inside, you won't be surprised with the visuals. It's a bookstore, tidy but comfortable, as expected, with a warm glow that will tempt even the uninterested reader to step inside. You'll notice immediately that some of the shelves housing the books are coated in graffiti, but it's not the ordinary kind. Lit on Fire encourages passers-by to take a Sharpie and add their own touch to the collective before picking up something to read and resting upon one of the many couches. The shelves by themselves give the place an amazing sense of community, which is exactly what the owner, Jessica Stephenson, wanted to do.
Once a month, I have an open mic event, which is focused mainly on poetry, but people are welcome to tell short stories, read from their books that they've written. This is a really great community that we have of poets and musicians and stuff, and they really love each other and they hold each other up.
But Lit on Fire wasn't always located on West Main. In fact, their new location is only just over a year old as of September.
It was so difficult. I was exhausted. I had 2 weeks to move. We managed to throw almost 10,000 books on rolling carts and roll them around the block from the old location, which is only, I'd say it's maybe like a half a city block away, but it's still a long ways to move.
With a new location always comes new possibilities. Lit on Fire has frequent events throughout the month, so be sure to check out litonfireusedbooks.com for the latest. For BUTV News, I'm Tirza Sprigala.
Coming up next, Lily Larson is live from the Peoria Civic Center with your weather update.
And Kelly Rogers has your latest in entertainment news. Stick with us.
told me a bottle couldn't dream, that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
La 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 la, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
And we're back with Larry Larson on weather. So Larry, tell us a little bit about what's happening with this snow, this sunny, what's happening?
What's happening with this snow and the sun? You know, Mother Nature just can't make up her mind these days. But today for the weather, we are actually inside in the Peoria Civic Center, where in just a short while, the Bradley Braves will take on the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. But first, let's talk about what's going on outside. If we take a look at the radar, it was another really clear day today. Not many clouds in sight, which again contributes to the cold weather. When we don't have those clouds, that contributes, you know, there's no insulation for the warm air. We're not going to be looking at precipitation in the forecast until tomorrow. If we take a look at the temperatures, it has been very chilly the last few days, very noticeable. The average temperature for November 14th is actually 51 degrees, so we're much cooler than average. We're looking at 31 in Peoria, 32 in Chicago, and 32 in St. Louis. Taking a look at the winds, I know it's cold, but it could be much, much worse. We're not dealing with a ton of wind right now. It is out of the northeast at 5 to 7 miles per hour. Now, if we take a look at the 5-day forecast, we're looking at a chance of snow. We're looking at a chance of snow early tomorrow, but nothing more than 1 inch. The heavier amounts will be to our south. We're going to warm up into the 40s, 42 on Friday, before slipping back into a wintry mix on Saturday, some rain, some snow mix, before we cool down into next week again. And then we should be in the mid-40s for all of Thanksgiving break. So, yeah, that's about it for the weather. I know there's no rain in the forecast outside this evening, but I sure know it's going to be raining Bradley Braves threes here in the Civic Center this evening. Live from the Peoria Civic Center, I'm Larry Larson, back to the studio with Kelly Rogers.
Thanks, Larry. YouTube sensation James Charles launched his first makeup collection yesterday. The beauty expert announced the collaboration with Morphe on his YouTube channel, which now has over 10 million subscribers. The collection, named the Sister Collection, includes a 39-shade eyeshadow palette, a set of 34 brushes, and a blending sponge. The collection is now available on the Morphe website, and if you want a more in-depth look at the entire collection, James released a 36-minute reveal video on his YouTube channel. This weekend, I got the chance to see Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's check it out.
Imagine thousands of people doing this in unison. Huh? Well, what's the lyric?
Bohemian Rhapsody is a work of art celebrating the band Queen, their music, and the extraordinary lead singer Freddie Mercury. You see Freddie and the band before they were Queen. They defied stereotypes and shattered convention until Freddie became one of the most beloved entertainers on the planet, and Queen created a legacy that continues to inspire outsiders, dreamers, and music lovers to this day.
One thing about Freddie Mercury that's absolutely undeniable is his magnetism. And when he was just able to access what he knows he's capable of. And it is that meeting of standing on stage in front, holding that half mic, or sitting down by the piano that I think brings out something in him that is like no other.
The film traces the rise of the band through their iconic songs and revolutionary sound. You also get an insight of Freddie's personal life and his struggles with his sexuality, drugs, and eventually his diagnosis of AIDS.
The one thing that strikes you straight away is the way he can kind of captivate an audience. He has this unbelievable energy and connection with tens of thousands of people at once.
Nothing really matters to me.
The movie was an absolute masterpiece that leaves the audience craving more Queen. You leave the theater wanting to go to a concert, listening to Queen the entire car ride over. It was a solid 5 stars for me. Stan Lee, the man responsible for much of the Marvel Universe, has died. Lee has suffered several illnesses over the last year, having both pneumonia and vision complications. An ambulance rushed to Lee's Hollywood Hills home early Monday morning and was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where he died at the age of 95. Rest in peace, Stan.
Wow, that really happened quick. That's crazy. Like, he's not going to be in the Marvel movies anymore.
No cameos anymore.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I watch Marvel movies. I'll be honest, guys. After the break, Jade Sewell is at the men's basketball game talking about school spirit.
And this week, Campus Combos is full of conspiracies. Stay tuned.
For too long, there's been too much silence.
We've stepped back when we should have stepped up.
We lack the bravery to have the tough conversations.
It stops now.
It stopped with us.
As campus leaders, we recognize that sexual assault is a real problem.
And it's time to take action.
We're standing together as a community because this issue affects all of us.
And we can only end it if we are braver together.
Starting now, we don't look the other way. We make it a move and do something.
Before it's too late.
We promote a culture of respect for all students.
We say something even when it's easier to remain silent.
We stand up for survivors.
We never blame them.
We hold our friends, our leaders, our teammates,
and ourselves accountable for our actions.
And when we see something wrong, we're brave enough to interrupt. We say something.
We do something. We watch out for each other.
Always.
Being a Bradley Brave means
ending the silence.
Together, we can work to end sexual assault and rape culture in our community. Together, we can do the right thing. Together, we can do the brave thing. Make your move and stand with us.
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 And we can all be braver together.
If you've ever attended a sporting event at Bradley, you're sure to have seen our 2 guests.
Jade Sewell is live at the Civic Center with Maddie White, president of the Red Sea, and Amanda Rockhold, co-captain of Bradley's cheer squad. Jade?
Thanks, Amani. I'm here in the Peoria Civic Center with Maddie White, the president of the Red Sea, and Amanda Rockhold, the captain of the cheer squad. Now, as 2 members of organizations that revolve heavily around school spirit, why is school spirit so important, and how do you show it in your respective clubs?
School spirit's really important because we're all doing different things all week long with different majors, genders, years in school, and different organizations. So it's something that we can all have in common and come together with at the end of the week with different athletic events to support our others.
School spirit's important because it shows our athletes love and support. The more school spirit we show, the better the game, and it definitely affects how our players play. As a cheer team, we show school spirit by supporting them at every home game and other events at Bradley. Thanks, Amanda. Turning over to you, what can we expect from the cheer squad this season? Well, you can expect great things from the cheer squad this season. We plan to attend the ISU Bradley game at ISU, and we haven't traveled there in a couple years. And then we also plan to go to the UCA camp at the Wisconsin Dells, where we hope to get a bid to nationals. Thank you. And now, what is the time commitment for a Bradley cheerleader? So we practice 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and then we also cheer at all home games for volleyball, soccer, women's basketball, and men's basketball. And how can interested students get involved with the cheer squad? If you are interested in joining the cheer team, We are having tryouts in April, and those dates have yet to be decided by our coach. But you can also follow our Instagram page and like our Facebook page, and we'll post those on there, or email our coach at fsmail.bradley.edu.
Thank you, Amanda. Now, Maddie, what exactly is the Red Sea, and what does your organization have planned for the 2018-2019 Bradley sports season?
The Red Sea is an organization that brings students and athletes together, so it's a lot of fun. It's students that genuinely have, a lot of care and support for our athletes and are interested in sports and athletic events. We also do a lot of marketing for the sports teams. We design giveaways, have weekly meetings, and try to attend as many games as we can possible, home and away. This year, we're hoping to go on a road trip, which we do every year, to the ISU game as well, which will be a fun treat to take on Arrival on 74.
And how can interested students get involved with the Red Sea?
So follow us on social media at Bradley Red Sea on Twitter and BU Red Sea on Instagram. I definitely also say stop by the Student Center for our weekly table times where we're giving out member shirts, member tickets, and selling student tickets. And if you want to pick up a member form, you can find us at the Renaissance Coliseum Monday through Friday from 10:30 to 4:30.
Thank you, Maddie. And right here behind me, the game's going to happen at 7, so stop on by. Reporting live for BUTV News from the Civic Center, I'm Jade Sewell. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jade. Do you ever wonder what lies beyond human life? Do aliens exist? What kind of conspiracy theories do you believe in? Let's find out if we can crack these cases on this week's Campus Convos.
What's up, everybody? This is Sam Kohlmeyer with BUTV News. I'm out here in the Michael Student Center to ask people some questions about conspiracies. Let's get started. Yeah, I gotta protect my brain from the brain waves that are attacking me.
Obviously, the government. Like, what's attacking you, Sam?
Yeah, definitely the government.
Makes sense.
Do you want a hat?
I need a hat, and you've convinced me.
Please take one.
Do I just?
You just rip. You just rip. Protected. Are there any conspiracy theories that you're 100% fully behind?
Oh, absolutely. Avril Lavigne died several years ago.
John F. Kennedy's assassination.
The moon landing's fake, but
obviously.
That's a given.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Are aliens real, and do they exist on campus?
100%.
Probably here on campus, because it's a lot of weird people. So yeah.
Is Lydia Moss Bradley on the moon with Elvis?
Yes.
She probably is under the ground somewhere.
No, she went to Argentina with Hitler.
Wow, the truth comes out.
Yeah.
Can jet fuel melt steel beams?
I don't know, man.
Would you like a hat to protect yourself from the constant rays that the UFOs are emitting as they circle the Earth?
I think I need one.
Yeah,
I think I need it.
You can please help yourself. It's all you can eat, all you can wear. Really great. I'll need that back for my chicken nuggets later, but you can have it for now.
How's that look?
Oh, it looks really great. I think you're totally protected. Can jet fuel melt steel beams?
No.
All right, darn, we'll get them next time. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's edition of Campus Convos. I think it's clear that every conspiracy theory ever is real and the aliens are on campus and Lydia Moss Bradley is actually on the moon with Elvis. You know, some people's opinions may differ, but you know the facts here on BUTV. For BUTV News, I'm Sam Kohlmeyer.
Last night, BU was held once again last Friday, and we sent Thomas Pickering to check it out.
Hey guys, I'm here at the Markin Center. It's the second to last late night BU of the year, and believe it or not, this is actually the first time I've ever been to late night BU. It's going to be a new experience for me, so I'm excited to see what it's all about. Let's go. If you've been at Bradley for any length of time, you should be more than familiar with what late night BU has to offer. But even if you're a newcomer like me, the basic setup is pretty straightforward. You've got food stands and tables to sit down at, live music, painting in both rock-based and non-rock-based varieties. That beanbag game you play all the time at tailgating but whose name you don't actually know, it's cornhole by the way, a legally distinct oversized version of Jenga, large chess, and dubiously safe inflatable things to test your ability to run around while dizzy and get hit in the face. With how cold it is outside these days, it should come as no surprise that the longest line of the whole event was for hot chocolate. But that's not to say that people weren't interested in the hot dogs, popcorn, or cotton candy on offer as well. Participating in events like the batting cage granted you tickets that you could use to win prizes in a raffle held at midnight. All in all, I was pretty impressed by Late Night BU. The variety on offer was surprising, and it's clear that everyone had a great time. I'll definitely be making a habit of coming back to Late Night BU every month. If you missed last week's event, there's another one coming up on December 4th, and of course there's more to follow in the next semester. For BUTV News, I'm Thomas Pickering.
Up next, Carly Chana is live at the men's basketball game for our latest in sports.
And later we'll take a look at some upcoming events around campus.
It's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do It Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me? When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Hi, Carly. So how's it been for sports? Can you give us some good news?
My goodness, hello. And yes, I do have some good news. Both the men's and women's basketball team played this past week. And actually, the men played tonight at 7 in hopes of keeping their winning streak alive. Last Saturday, the men beat out Southeast Missouri State, and they're hoping to continue that tonight. So they actually recorded a 68-57 win, and they are now 2-0 on the season. Senior guard Dwayne Latier Ogunleye put up a career-best 22 points to lead Bradley to victory against the Redhawks. Latier Ogunleye also connected on 4 out of 6 field goals and 13 of 15 free throws. Junior Darrell Brown also collected 15 points and 6 assists to help secure the win for the Braves. Bradley shot 38.8% on the game and held Southeast Missouri State to 31.6%. Bradley's next game is tonight at Carver Arena at 7 p.m. against Jacksonville State. The Braves are hoping to start 3-0 on the season. And so it looks like the men are doing pretty good this season, and we hope to see some more of that tonight. Now switching gears to women's basketball, the Lady Braves hosted Southeast Missouri State last Saturday as well, and at the Renaissance Coliseum, and earned the victory 85-79. Freshman Newcomer of the Week winner Lasha Petrie earned herself the most points by a Bradley freshman in a debut game with 24 points off the bench. Sophomore Nyjah White had a career-high 20 points and 8 rebounds. The Lady Braves now have a week to rest. Their next game is not until Saturday, November 18th at the Renaissance Coliseum against, Rockford College, I think? The Bradley men's cross-country team qualified for the NCAA championship for the first time in school history with its second-place finish on Saturday at the Midwest Regional. Bradley will be the first team to represent the Valley in the NCAA championship since Illinois State in 2000. In the following days, Bradley became nationally ranked for the first time in school history, coming in 25th in the newest rankings. Coach Darren Gostin was also named Midwest Regional Coach of the Year after the team's success this season. The NCAA championships will be held this Saturday in Madison, Wisconsin. And that's about it for me. We are about 30 minutes out from game time. We are hoping to see some more Braves here. But yeah, so reporting live from the Civic Center, I'm Carly Chana. Back to you.
Seems like a lot of fun out there. We got to get over there soon. It's starting
very
quickly.
We're here. They're there.
After the break, we'll take a look at some upcoming events happening around the Hilltop.
And a musical guest you won't want to miss.
it's harder whenever there's a bigger group. Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it!
Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at some events around the Hilltop. ACBU Cinema presents Mamma Mia 2, Here We Go Again. You can catch the popular sequel this weekend, November 15th through the 17th at 8 p.m. in the Marty Theater. Tomorrow is the highly anticipated 4th annual Charlie Steiner Symposium, starting at 9 a.m. and going until 7 p.m. Respected professionals in the sports industry will be coming to Bradley to speak on their fields. The event will be closed out at 7 p.m. with a conversation between Charlie Steiner and Chris Mad Dog Rousseau. Friday night marks the last women's volleyball game of the semester. It starts at 7 p.m. in the Renaissance Coliseum. Students are at free admission. It's only the three of us tonight. Where's everyone at? Oh. Well, that's all for us here at BUTV News. We'll see you right back here next week. We leave you tonight with a performance from Audrey Roney. Have a great night and have a relaxing Thanksgiving break.
Life's too short to even care at all. I'm losing my mind, losing control. These fishes in the sea, they're staring at me. A white world aches for the splash and the charm, the wall. If I could find a way to see this straight, I'd run away to some fortune that I should have found by now. I'm waiting for this cough syrup to come down. Life's too short to even care at all. I'm coming up now, out of the blue. The zombies in the park, they're looking for my heart. A rock world aches for the splash of the sun. If I could find a way to see this straight, I'd run away to some fortune that I should have found by now. I'm waiting for this cough syrup to come down. Calm down. One more spoon of cough syrup now. One more spoon of cough syrup now.